More for or no new alerts at T. Analysis. The president has been 2025 announcing tariffs for months, but his latest moves are opening salvos in potentially drawn-out tit-for-tats with dozens of countries and countless repercussions. President Donald Trump said Wednesday the U.S. has been looted, pillaged, raped and plundered by its trade partners. Andrew Harnack, Getty Images. By and President Donald Trump has favored tariffs for years. His expanding trade war is sure to ripple through the global economy for a long while, too. That's because ramping up tariffs on foreign governments frequently draws retaliation, a likelihood that are already bracing for. While he has been for months, he announced Wednesday are opening salvos in what could become drawn-out tit-for-tats with potentially dozens of governments. Unlike the narrower, targeted tariffs Trump imposed on certain countries and products in his first term, his latest duties are set to rewrite the rules of global trade on a far broader level, and in an environment in which this is a game changer, not only for the U.S. economy but for the global economy, Olu Sonola, head of U.S. economic research at Fitch Ratings, said in a note Wednesday evening. Many countries will likely end up in a recession. You can throw most forecasts out the door if this tariff rate stays on for an extended period of time, she said, adding that the levels Trump is introducing haven't been seen since. Already, the administration is signaling it's uninterested in diplomacy, raising the odds that foreign leaders will hit back with more levies of their own rather than press for talks. This is not a negotiation, a senior White House official told reporters Wednesday evening. It's a national emergency. The European Union has threatened countermeasures by mid-April, and that it was preparing retaliatory moves to respond swiftly to any trade actions the United States were to unveil Wednesday. The legal authority Trump has invoked for his reciprocal tariffs, which range from 10% for some countries to as high as 54% for others, allows him to circumvent many of the typical procedures for instituting new trade barriers. The use of emergency powers not only allows the White House to impose tariffs immediately but also leaves room for the trade war to remain open-ended, with the administration potentially adjusting its levies more or less on the fly until the end of Trump's term. A senior automotive executive criticized the announced last week as process salad, contrasting the administration's approach with typical trade policy moves, which tend to give industry stakeholders more clarity about what's changing and how to prepare for it. We would characterize this slate of tariffs as worse than the worst-case scenario, Dan Ives, global head of technology research at Wedbush Securities, said in a note to clients Wednesday evening. Still, he said, we continue to believe there are off-ramps and major negotiations that will be happening over the coming months, with various countries and companies to navigate this new world. But Ives and other analysts warn that the unfolding trade war is packed with unknowns and has far greater potential for unintended consequences than any trade policy moves Trump has made previously, including during his first stint in the